Hello, this is Joe Saunders, WBO Middleweight Champion of the World. Subscribe to Sport and Icons to stay in touch with all the top news. God bless you all.
Now, for quite some time, I've been hearing how Triple G is ducking Jermall Charlo. Even though Jermall Charlo at 154, and I like him, okay, but at 154, who did he really beat? Nobody really, okay? And at 160 pound, he's only fought 2 fights. Against who? Nobody really, okay? But yet people say that Triple G is ducking Jermall Charlo. And now that Canelo has won the title, I'm hearing a few people saying that Canelo is ducking Jermall Charlo. Even though he hasn't even been champion for a week, but yet people are saying that Canelo is ducking Jermall Charlo. Now, listen, it may be true. I don't know. Maybe Canelo wants no smoke with Charlo, okay? Maybe. I have no idea. But I thought, okay, what I'll do is I'll put out a vote. And let's see how Jermall Charlo does against other possibilities of Canelo fighting next. And to be honest, I expected the results to be a little bit different to what they are. And this poll was open to everybody. You didn't have to be a subscriber to take a vote. Anybody could have done it, okay? And I put it up at a time where America is awake, okay? I didn't do it in the middle of the night where everyone's asleep or anything like that. But even so, here are the results for who Saul Canelo Alvarez should be defending his WBC and WBA plus Lineal and Ring Magazine titles against next. In first place, Joe Saunders versus Demetrius Andrade winner. Of course, that's going to be on October the 20th in Boston. 52% would rather Canelo take on the winner of that fight. In second place, a Triple G rematch. A triple fight. A trilogy with 28%. In third place is Jermall Charlo with only 13%. And in fourth place, Jacobs versus Derevyenchenko winner. And in last place, David Lemieux. Now, in last place, David Lemieux, I think that's probably the one that's going to happen. It's just my opinion. I don't know this. But purely because I think that Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy, had Canelo beaten Triple G, he wanted him to take on Gary Spike O'Sullivan next. I think that was the plan. But because David Lemieux stopped Spike in the very first round, which shocked the hell out of me. Listen, Spike made a mistake and he paid for it, okay? So, but either way, David Lemieux wins. And David Lemieux is also a Golden Boy fighter. So it's a very easy fight to make, okay? And of course, huge money because Canelo will make huge money anyway. And it's all in-house. So that's probably the most likely one, potentially. So David Lemieux, as a fan's perspective from you guys, finished in last place. Like, virtually nobody wants to see that fight. Okay. Now, Jacobs and Derevyenchenko, again, not many people want to see the winner of that one take on Canelo. Again, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. Because there's a good opportunity, especially if you're stateside, to have an American, if Jacobs was to beat Derevyenchenko, in a unification against Canelo. And I know there will probably be a lot of people picking Jacobs to beat him. But either way, not many people want to see Canelo fight the winner of them. But equally as much, not many people want to see Jermall Charlo against Canelo. So all this talk, all this hype, all this thing about everybody's ducking Jermall Charlo, the boxing world want to see Jermall Charlo challenge Triple G or Canelo, and these guys are ducking Charlo. And I'm thinking, okay, and so maybe a lot of people do. But as it turns out, not really. And that's the absolute truth of it. As I said, anybody could have voted on this one, literally anybody, but not really. I think it's just a few select channels out there who want this fight. Why? Because they're big Showtime fans, they're PBC, Al Heyman fanboys, but yet they accuse other people of being fanboys. So of course they want Jermall Charlo, and if Jermall Charlo doesn't get the fight that they want in the timely order that they wanted, then the other people must be ducking. Okay, it's bizarre logic, but that is what it is. But here's the truth of it. People don't want to see Canelo versus Charlo. People just don't want to see it for the most part. And here's the other bit as well. The same people who want to see Charlo take on Canelo are probably the PBC fanboys, the Showtime fanboys. And they're probably going to say that, well, Canelo doesn't want Charlo because he didn't want to go to Showtime. They're probably going to use that invisible war as well, okay? Using the Showtime. As I've said to you guys before, people like Spence, people like Wilder, the Charlo brothers, Thurman, Porter, whoever else it may be, cannot use Showtime as a way to say, well, people are unwilling to come to us because we can't fight anywhere else. We have to fight on Showtime, even though these people don't have contracts. So if Charlo does want Canelo, he's going to have to go on HBO. Because I said, these same people are going, yeah, Spence, you're right, Terence Crawford should have to come to Showtime. Even though Terence Crawford is contracted to ESPN. Now, what difference does it make what camera is pointed at it, right? You're still going to watch the fight, aren't you? Who cares if it's on ESPN, HBO, Showtime, the Sci-Fi Channel, the Cartoon Network, Disney? Who cares, right? As long as you get to see the fight, and it's going to be pay-per-view no matter what you do. So what difference does it really make? And for anybody who's a Showtime fighter, sorry, you don't have to fight on Showtime. You're not contractually obliged to fight on there. So, again, if you guys want Charlo versus Canelo, you guys are going to have to be saying, well, he should go to HBO. Canelo is the cash cow in North America, right? He is. He's the name. So if people want to see Charlo is going to have to go and fight on a Golden Boy show. No co-promotion or anything like that. Canelo is the champion. Charlo is not. He's only had 2 fights. Could he beat Canelo? Maybe, possibly, why not? But for the most part, people don't want to see the fight. I'm sorry, fanboys, but they don't. They just don't want to see the fight. Most people would rather see a Triple G rematch. Again, a lot of people feel that Triple G got robbed in that one. I still have not seen it again, so I'm still of the opinion that Triple G won that fight. But listen, I'm open to be wrong. Even Abel Sanchez believes that Canelo won that fight. So who am I to argue with Triple G's trainer, right? So that is what it is. But people would love to see a rematch. Why? Because the first 2 were absolute wars. They were excellent fights. Who wouldn't want to see a rematch, okay? Maybe not straight bounce after bounce, because after a while, it's going to get a little bit tedious, right? But more people would rather see a rematch than see Jermall Charlo. But certainly more people want to see the Saunders Andrade winner take on Saul Canelo Alvarez next. But let's see what happens. Ultimately, it's not our decision, is it? It's up to Canelo, it's up to Golden Boy, it's up to their management team and whatever else. Of course it is. But that's the sad fact. It's just a very few select channels would rather see Canelo versus Charlo. But Charlo isn't a big enough name right now. He could be. And as I said, he could be the next big thing. He really could. And yes, he does need to be given the opportunity to do so. But why not have Charlo versus Triple G next? If Canelo does end up fighting David Lemieux, which I believe that's what's going to happen. So if that does happen, why not Triple G versus Charlo? That would be a good one, wouldn't it? If not, maybe Triple G wants to make more money, because fighting Charlo isn't going to make that much money, is it really? And for the fact Triple G, even though he's no longer champion, still will be the A side in this deal. But if Triple G wants to make more money, maybe go to Japan and take on Ryota Murata, because that would be insane money. You know, he averages over 30 million people watching his fights in Japan. That is serious, serious wedge. It really is. So anyway, that is the news. So sorry, Charlo fans. I mean, for me, I would mind seeing the fight. I think it's a pretty decent fight, and it'd be interesting to see where Charlo is at. He talks a lot, but hasn't done a lot, and that's the facts of it. And it's the same with his brother as well. They never unified at 154, never even tried to unify. But yet Jarrett Hurd comes from out the back, from nowhere, and unifies. But yet Jermall Charlo hasn't currently done it, and doesn't look like he wants to either. And Jermall never did it. In fact, didn't these guys duck Demetrius Andrade? I'm pretty sure that's what I heard. Or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. But, sorry, people don't want to see Charlo. Charlo's not a name right now. He really isn't. He could be. I said he really, really could be. But, no, more people would rather see a Triple G rematch. But, again, I mean, I'm quite surprised. Not many people want to see Daniel Jacobs against Canelo. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. Especially if he beats Derevyenchenko and becomes IBF World Champion. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Again, it's another unification. But there are more people would rather see Charlo take on Canelo than watch Danny Jacobs take on Canelo. So again, that will kind of give you like a bit of a shift. Because a lot of people were huge fans of Danny Jacobs. But I suppose now it's with Eddie Hearn match. And they're like, no, we don't like him no more. He's a crap fighter. Isn't that what they're saying now? But anyway. So if Canelo does fight David Lemieux, sorry Canelo, sorry Oscar De La Hoya, people don't want to see that fight. Sorry, they just don't. Now, of course, this doesn't equate to everybody in the world, but everybody had the chance to vote. And it does come up on most people's recommended. So if you're unhappy about the results, again, apologies. It is what it is. But most people would rather see Saunders and Andrade win a take on Canelo or a Triple G rematch than they would Jermall Charlo. So you drop your thoughts below, click that thumbs up and subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.